Hey everyone, Hank with Outer Rim Travels here. Welcome to Animal Kingdom Lodge. We arrived really yesterday and toured several hotels. So in this video, I'm not only going to show you around Animal Kingdom Lodge, but we're going to show you the 3 hotels near Epcot that we toured yesterday. Well, one room, in each. So you kind of get a feel for those properties. Boardwalk, Yacht Club, and Beach Club. Then we made our way over to Epcot for a dessert party. It was lovely. I'm going to show you guys, some of the treats that we had. And then today, the trainings start. While I can't really share that information, it's proprietary, and they remind us all the time, do not film this, do not take pictures. I'll come back at the end of the day and share some of the information that Disney provided, just to enhance our knowledge of the destinations, all these new ships coming online and, new attractions and new things, they're going to cover all of that. So super exciting time for Disney destinations. And first on the agenda, we've got breakfast. So yeah, they'll be feeding us all day. So we will not, be starving, that's for sure. I will share that stuff with you. So I'll show you the breakfasts and the lunch that they provide. And then I'll check in with you after the event and we'll go over, some of the stuff that we covered during the presentation. But first, we're going to kick things off right here at Animal Kingdom Lodge. You may have noticed there is a full tour of the resort at my channel. Go ahead and check that out. Here, we're going to kind of go over the room. So you guys, if you missed the tour, you can at least see my Savannah view room at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House. So I was 2264. As you walk in, you've got a little mirror here on the left and your bathroom right there. You're going to notice this bathroom does have a shower door, not a shower curtain. I love that. And our Disney products right here on the wall. You've got a shower wand, which is important for some folks. I love that about these deluxe resorts. There's your throne. And over here, you've got a double sink, which is really nice as well. And your mirror. Hakuna Matata. Then over here on the right, we've got our little closet space. Check out the safe. I wanted to show you a laptop will fit inside that safe. Here's your steamer. And off on this side, the coffee maker. Got a Keurig in these rooms. And notice you've got your K-cups and your creamers and sugars and things right in that drawer. Underneath that, little mini fridge, which cools really nice, by the way. Then over here, you've got your dresser. And above that, your awesome flat screen TV. I love seeing my name on there. Never gets old. Little table and chairs over here. And your 2 super comfy queen beds. But let's be honest, it's all about the view. So check out Animal Kingdom Lodge from my little balcony. And yes, you will see animals grazing in the savannah. A couple of giraffes there and some zebra. Amazing, the view. So you may be asking, what is the Disney Earmarked program? It is a program for travel agencies that demonstrate an expertise selling the Disney, product. And the designation, like we are silver, is based on the amount of sales that you've got. Won't get into that, but we sell quite a bit of Disney destinations and happily do so. There's our silver earmarked hat, little journal. So this was an on-site event to bring us up to date, and Orpha accompanied me this year. Here is our breakfast. Of course, you start with your fruits, got scrambled eggs, and then all kinds of little toppings. And I've got to say, these Southwestern style potatoes were phenomenal. There's your sausage patties, got some bacon on this side, and of course, gotta have the Mickey waffles. Yum. Some fruit, and there's maple syrup and butter on this side, and of course some cinnamon muffins. So here's what my plate looked like. A little bit of everything. Grab the muffin, some Mickey waffles, these scrambled eggs, bacon, and there are those potatoes. My gosh, yeah, they were really good. We never felt rushed or anything, but it was soon time to get down to business. So the event, basically they start with Walt Disney World and they go over the things that are opening and coming, like the new Villains show and the Little Mermaid, which was interesting, and I didn't realize the Little Mermaid show that we knew and loved there at Hollywood Studios was supposed to be temporary, and it went on for years and years, and people loved it. It went on for years. So finally, that's why it never reopened when they had the chance to reimagine it after, those events that should not be named. They came up with a whole new show. And then you've got the Beacon Barrel. They announced the name for the little pub over there at the Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's coming. And Geo 82, which is an adult lounge over at Epcot, Spaceship Earth. It's really nice to have these exclusively adult spaces. Coming up, we've got Disney Starlight and the new nighttime parade, July 20th. And on July 22nd, we've got the reimagining of Test Track. Finally, the Better Zoogether show at Animal Kingdom is coming winter 2025. No official date on that. But speaking of Animal Kingdom in the further future, 2027, we've got Tropical Americas, the horizon with Encanto, there's a casita, and Indiana Jones. Dinosaur, through the end of this year, will close next year. Muppet Courtyard has already closed to make room for Monsters Inc. Land with the first suspended coaster coming in 2028. Then in 2029, we'll be looking at the Magic Kingdom opening Cars Land, and eventually, probably in 2030, Villains Land. Two massive additions to the Magic Kingdom. We covered a ton of stuff, just highlighting the more important attractions. Then we went into Disneyland, and they discussed all the amazing stuff surrounding the 70th anniversary of that park, which I mentioned in my Disneyland vlog that can't wait to get back there. So no solid plans just yet, but I think Lee and I are gonna make it out there at some point. And the animatronic of Walt Disney does open on July 17th, they said. So not exactly when the celebration kicks off, so a little later. So we're gonna have to time that, our visit somewhere between July 17 and I would say probably Halloween. So somewhere in there. Keep, checking the channel for more info on that. We'll definitely be back. It's, 70, it's a big deal. Which leads me to Disneyland Forward, a massive undertaking that's going to completely reinvent Disneyland. Here's the new entrance on the east side of Disneyland. That's right, Disneyland's getting an Avatar Land as well as a Coco attraction, the first ever at a Disney park. Avengers Campus will be doubling in size. You're not going to hear me complaining because I really do think it needed it. They're going to have two new attractions, Avengers Infinity Defense, where we join the Avengers in the multiverse to fight King Thanos. And then Stark Flight Lab is a Kuka arm type ride, which seems like it's going to be pretty cool. Before long, it was time for lunch. Check out the salad and all the different dressings they had. It hadn't been long since we had breakfast and we were already on to lunch, but, gotta fuel up to continue the sessions. Oh, that pasta salad was delicious, you guys. We had some seasonal veggies over here as well. Check those out. And some marbled potatoes that were really good as well. The main dish was the braised beef with wild mushrooms and caramelized onions. Loved it, you guys. And they also had a pan-seared cod option, but I was completely happy with the braised beef. I actually had it last year, so I knew that I loved it. No reason to go for the fish. Got some little breads over here. And let's just take a quick stroll down the length of the table so you can check out all the food. Here we go. The fish and the beef, little potatoes, got your veggies. Here's your pasta salad. Anyone else feeling hungry? I'm getting really hungry just watching this back. And our salad, there you go. So here's my plate. Started with the veggies and the pasta. I had the beef, there you go. Had to have a couple of slices and the little potatoes. Everything was absolutely delicious, and we were ready to get into Disney signature experiences, starting with Disney Cruise Line. They did discuss Disney Cruise Line and the amazing growth that's happening within the fleet. 2 brand new ships this year, we've got the Destiny, and fingers crossed, all goes well, I will be sailing aboard that beautiful ship for my birthday in February, and the Adventure that will be sailing out of Singapore. So I've had some folks inquire about that. Please feel free. If you're interested in the Adventure out there, let's look into it. Let's get you, some prices and price out, that trip for you. It's something that, I can help with. And, I always say, keep in mind, I don't really promote Disneyland Paris, or the Asian market, but I can help you with those. That is something that travel advisors can book. The only thing we can't get involved with is Tokyo, unfortunately. And thanks again to everyone that reached out for their Tokyo trips, because Star Wars Celebration, so many of our Star Wars friends, and my guests reached out, but can't book Tokyo because it is owned by a different company. So it's a different arrangement. All the other parks, definitely can help you with. So, we went over Disney Cruise Line and the beautiful brand new island, Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, which I've visited a couple of times. I was there opening day and recently in January with my buddy Lee. Check that video out if you haven't. And they went over Castaway Key and things like that, and why those islands are just favorites, fan favorites. If you're a Disney fan, there's just nothing like a Disney cruise, you guys. And I know that we get kind of that pushback over the price. This is not your typical cruise. I tell folks, when you walk on these ships, it's like walking into the theme park. It's pure magic. And the service, it's next level. Not to rag on any other cruise lines or anything, but I've taken other cruises and you can tell the difference. You definitely can tell the difference when you compare that to your Disney cruises. Let me help you plan your Disney cruise, and I promise you're going to have just magical time. You will not regret it. And a quick note, there are some promotions for my Florida resident folks for both the Disney Wish and the Disney Dream. So hit me up and let's go over those Florida resident rates for you guys. So after that, we did have a representative from Adventures by Disney come in, and a guide, and talk about some of the new things that are coming to that part of the Disney destinations, which I can help you with. So I've had a few folks ask me about Adventures by Disney. I'd love to help you book that. Greece is coming up. What? So many cool things, and just the exclusive access that Disney has, at some of these locations that, just can't beat it. And none of the other tour operators have that type of access, so you really do get what you pay for. You may be asking, Hank, what is Adventures by Disney? So I think of it as Epcot in the real world. So in 2005, Disney launched Adventures by Disney. So it's kind of their take on the family vacation, with guided tours that take you to all the famous destinations, bucket list places, you guys. And they deliver that unparalleled Disney service. So everything is meticulously planned, nothing left to chance. And there are many options right here in the United States, so it's not just international. You can end your trip at Disneyland. I mean, how perfect is that, you guys? Come on. And then they went over some marketing tips and things to help travel agents promote the business and, to sell more Disney destinations. But honestly, I've had a lot of jobs in my day, and it doesn't get much better than, bringing folks to Disney. Come on, that's what I do for a living. That's bananas. I get to bring folks and help them plan their trip to the magic. Come on. So now we're going to go back in time. As I promised at the top, we're going to visit the Boardwalk. I'm just curious, have you stayed at Boardwalk before? If so, let me know in the comments, and what did you think of that experience? It's a beautiful property and so lively at night. It's meant to evoke the boardwalks in coastal cities like Coney Island or Atlantic City, that kind of vibe. It was raining, so we hurried over to check out one of the villas. Here we are. How adorable is that, you guys? As you can see, these are super spacious and very comfortable. Let's go over this way. Little kitchenette right there. Let's check out the bathroom. Here's your throne, your sink and mirror, little bathroom downstairs, and they've got another one in the upstairs area. So let's head up there. Here is your closet. Got a little bathroom on this side, the little tub, and here is the shower, also shower door. Double sink and mirror up here. Check out the bed. Look at how cute, you guys. It's a really nice king-size bed. Got a little dresser and your flat screen TV on this side, and a little balcony out in the back. Very cute space, don't you think? So then, it was just a quick walk over to Yacht Club. And by the way, all three of these resorts are within walking distance to Epcot, so you end up at the International Gateway on that side. Now, Yacht Club and Beach Club do share Stormalong Bay, which is the 3-acre pool. So as you walk in, you're gonna see the bathroom over here on the right, double sink also. And the main difference is you've got your nautical touches here. So this evokes like New England style yacht clubs, whereas sister property Beach Club is more pastel and more like a beach retreat. So you see kind of darker woods, dark blues here. Still very, very pretty. I've never stayed here, but it is on my bucket list. And then it's just a quick walk over to Beach Club, which is literally right next door. That's why it shares all these facilities. And you see, got lighter tones. So you'll notice Yacht Club was gray and Beach Club has this really pretty light blue. And then as you walk inside, you're going to see your bathroom here on the left. Again, double sink. It's your throne and the shower, also shower door. And here are your queen size beds. Gotta love those little Disney touches, right? So you see the vibe is a little different, lighter woods and lighter blues. Still very pretty. And there you have it. We checked out Boardwalk and Beach Club and Yacht Club as well, which again are right next door to Epcot. And that brings me to our dessert party. So that night when we arrived, Disney did treat us to a really nice dessert party. Check out all these little goodies. Everything was so tasty, you guys. Let's come around this way. Those are the gray stuff macarons. Yum. Then these tasted like little candy apples. And over here you had the Mickey whoopie pies. Had a little cream inside. These were little cookies that also had cream inside. And then, of course, your churros that were delicious. We had a lovely time, and Mickey dropped by to say hi to everyone. And then we had a chance to take some photos with our business development manager. That's Josh right there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for keeping Outer Rim Travels in business. You know, the Star Cruiser was huge, and it really did help put Outer Rim Travels on the map. And all of a sudden, you know, this little company out of nowhere was like, Disney was like, who are these guys? You know, they're doing great with this product that's tough to sell, you know. And then, unfortunately, that did close down, and folks, my guests, went back to kind of booking themselves, because I realized super easy in the app. Boom, you book your hotel and your ticket. But don't forget me. Keep me in mind if you enjoyed the service that I provided back then with Star Cruiser. Still the same thing. Nothing's changed. We've got a few more agents, you know, on board, and this is what I do for a living. So if you can, you know, send a little business my way. It's just a matter of filling out my form, reaching out, text me, you know, so you have that point of contact. And if you did book Star Cruiser with me, you're going to remember I was on the ball. So you would text me and I would answer right away. Not one of these folks that, you know, would disappear on you. I was, I think, pretty consistent and tried to be as helpful as possible during that time. So nothing's changed. And thank you to the Star Cruiser guests that continue to book with me. At this point, we're more like family. We're friends, you know, so it's like texting with a pal. It's not some random, you know, travel advisor or stranger. You really do get to know your guests and their likes and dislikes and things, and, you know, you plan accordingly. So I think that is one of the huge advantages of working with a travel advisor. You get to know, the guests' likes and what kind of foods do they like, or on the ships, what's their favorite restaurant, which is their favorite ship. They've already done these itineraries. Maybe they'll be interested in, doing Singapore, heading out and checking out the adventure. So those types of things. You build these relationships and these friendships over time, and it just becomes easier. It's easier than having to go into a Facebook group and ask questions. And in reality, you know what they say about opinions? We've all got one. So if someone has a bad experience, they're gonna kind of carry that baggage along with them into those forums, and you might not get an accurate, response to what you're inquiring about. Where we take these trainings, this is what we do. It's what we do for a living, and we can give you the actual answers, not biased, Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I know it was a little different. And if you are someone that loves Disney and have always wondered what it would be like, to book other folks, or if you book your family and friends and that's something that you're interested in, reach out. Always looking for folks to, come on board and do this either full-time like myself or even part-time. It's, like I said, best job I've had in my life. I bring people to Disney. Can't beat it, you guys. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you as always for watching and for subscribing. The counts keep, going up. So close to that 1,000. Really, really excited to hit that first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. That's all for now. As always, have an out of this world day. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.